I don't know what to say, really. 3 minutes in the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to today. Either we heal as a team, or we're going to crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me. And we can stay here, get the shit out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around, I see these young faces, and I think, I mean, I made every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I pissed away all my money, believe it or not. I chased off anyone who's ever loved me. And lately, I can't even stand the face I see in the mirror. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. I mean, that's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You find out life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's going to win that inch. And I know if I'm going to have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. There's 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now, I think you're going to see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're going to see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're going to do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen. And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you gonna do?
I do it again. Ain't worried about it. They slip confidential when I'm dealing with me. I lost my dog. Diamonds out with a pick up his face. Man, it's Spain, circle back to the bay. Hit a late in the hill with the grade. I say, eat it. I eat more. Catch it out like a fish.
What's up, America? It's the Father, and He's the Son. And you're listening to the Father plus Son plus Football podcast. We're glad to have you. What's going down? I got live going on over here. I got chat live over here. We want to hear from you today, America.
Absolutely.
Bring it. It's been a rough year. Five games in. How you doing, boy?
I'm doing all right. I'm living, I'm breathing. Just keep on going. Just keep on going. No matter
Stay
what.
motivated. I want
Absolutely.
to see anybody can be all strong and gracious and all that positive stuff when you're headed to the state. But what happens? What does your character look like? What does the temperament of your environment emotionally look like when you're 1-4? When you're 2-3? Huh? You got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Got 5 more games. So long as you stay healthy.
Somebody, right. Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I got my co-host here with me today. He's finally back. Got him back from his mom. Milo Cash Evans.
No, Milo Cash. His name stops at Cash.
I don't know.
I found it funny because I saw him sitting on another part of the house, and you said, "Come over here," and he just got up and walked over and came over there. I was like, "What in the world?" Mike Pulaski jumps in here. Coach Mike Pulaski to you. So I saw the highlight that involved the hurdle over a Berkeley player. Say what? Cue up the song "I'm Bad" by LL Cool J. Do you even know that song?
I don't know.
You do. That is sad. I am bad, father. The boy doesn't know the classic.
Well, maybe not off the top of my head. I might know, like, if I hear like a couple beats or two, but not off the top of my head. No.
Wow. Thor saw the clip and asked if he can do it sometime.
He's definitely gonna do it.
Absolutely, Thor. Absolutely, you can do it.
Absolutely.
So, hey, man, I'm looking forward to our guest today.
Yeah.
Coach Ken. We've been trying to get Coach Ken Whitehead for a minute.
Yeah.
He's a dope. This is there are a lot of people I meet in life, and then there are some people when you meet in life, you feel like you've always known them.
Yeah.
And
He's
then
one of those dudes.
Right. He's one of those guys that you feel like you've always known. And then, the time that I spent with him was probably a total of 3 days, and we didn't get to spend the entire 3 days together.
Right.
But since I left, I feel like we've been friends forever. It hasn't even been a complete year. You realize that?
It has not.
Until December, we got a whole lot more months. Can I say that? A whole lot more months?
Sure. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. But he's good character people, good men. They stand out. They stand out. And this brother, I can't wait to have him on the broadcast when we get to it. Our special guest, Coach Ken Whitehead. He's the head coach of Teamwork. He's the head coach there. You guys want to follow him on X at Ken Whitehead 404. And for those of you who know that, that's the Georgia area code. Seth, run down for the people what we're talking about today.
All right, prepare for Berkeley High School.
All right, let's talk about that.
Varsity game film highlights, week 5 versus Berkeley High School.
All right.
Weekly piano jingle challenge. Do we have one this week? We should.
I'm having a hard time with that. I just found my note. I gotta find a way. COVID had people working from home, right?
Yeah.
And so your mom would be working from home in my office.
Uh-huh.
Right. And she usually works from home. She was two days a week. The problem with that is that on the days that I'm working from home, it clashes. And so now she's down to 1 day a week working from home, and she doesn't like it. But what she doesn't know is I want her back to work 5 days a week because I want my office back. I have literally right now, I have Post-it note. Look, she just Post-it notes all over my desk in my office that have nothing to do with what I'm doing. And obviously, she doesn't need them because she just left them here. So the one post-it note that I had that you gave me last week, I just found it. Guess where it was?
Under hers.
No. She took my note, flipped it over, and wrote her own notes on top of the back at the front. So I'm turning over, I'm looking at all these, and don't know that if I just flipped it over, there's my notes. I'm just saying. I'm rooting for Coach Flash jumps in. Can I get a piano jingle? Stevie Wonder, one time, like Higher Ground. Oh, I'd love to try that.
That's the next one. That's next week then.
Higher Ground, Stevie Wonder. I like that idea. All right, Seth, let's get back to it. What else?
All right. High school football recruiting.
We will definitely, this is one of the topics we're going to be opening the conversation with Coach QUYN Whitehead about. Mm-hmm. High school football has changed. And many of you who listen to this podcast, you've heard my thoughts, you've heard my conjectures, you've heard my prophecies as to what I believe is going on. But we're going to hear from somebody else, totally independent in a whole other state. Georgia football. When it comes to football in America, they say Texas, they say Georgia, and they say California. It depends on what position you're looking for.
Yeah.
It depends on what position you're looking for. But those three, also Florida's come up, Alabama's come up. I'm talking as far as high school is concerned.
Yeah.
Next up, Seth.
What is an offseason supposed to look like for a serious football player?
I got it. Coach QUYN Whitehead. He runs a training program. I believe it's called Phenom. Phenom training, I believe, if I'm correct.
I think so.
He trained. Look, this, you parents who are listening, you want to lean in. Because most of you talk to coaches who act like they know a lot, but they do not have receipts on athletes, multiple athletes they coached and are still coaching in the NFL. I'm just saying. Coach QUYN Whitehead does a lot of off-season coaching. And some of those off-season athletes that he coaches are NFL athletes. You're going to want to hear from him. I mean, you're just going to want to hear from him today. Can't wait to have him on. What's next, Seth?
Preparing for a nationwide all-star game. Top.
Oh, yeah.
Advisors.
We want to talk to him because he's also the coach of Team Dream. Teamwork. I'm the coach of Team Dream.
Yeah.
He's the coach of Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's what it came from.
Indeed.
That's where it comes from.
Indeed.
And as coaches, you just can't come to an all-star game any kind of way. And as a player, you have to have a different mindset. So I'm interested to hear from him. What are his top 3 advices? Not only for coaches who are coming to coach, but for athletes who are coming to play. And then Seth.
JV player shout-outs.
That's right. And then
Peach State Gridiron Classic.
And then finally, our regular shouts.
Universal shout-outs.
Don't forget to support the boy. Every dollar you give him means I have to give him that same dollar. Seth Quinn Evans. Support him at the $ Bitter Cup Media. Well, why doesn't he have it in his own name? Because he's under 18 years old. So we had to put it in the name of the company.
Yeah.
But if you send it, he's the one that finds out about it. And then he tells me he has to verify it with me. And then I got to give him some dough.
So if you drop a band, he has to give me another one. That's 2 band right there. There we go.
Don't give him a band. Just give him small donations like $20. Don't do me like that.
Do him like that.
You got to advocate for yourself.
Absolutely.
You got to advocate for yourself. I love it. I love it. Hey, do you know the opening? Have you paid attention to the opening lyric of our opening song?
Mighty Mo.
Yeah. Do you recognize? Did you really pay attention to the opening lyric? I mean, I know the beat is catchy and the chorus is catchy, but did you listen to the opening? I gotta challenge you.
Ooh, okay.
You gotta write the opening verse down. It's so apropos. It's so apropos. Get that done. All right, let's get into it real quick. Preparing for Berkeley High School. Before I bring our special guest up, Coach Ken Whitehead, give me this information real quick. We're going to bring him up right. Let's bring him up now.
Yep, bring him up.
We're going to talk about preparing for Berkeley. Let's bring him in here now. We got him in the green room. Our special guest today, Coach Ken Whitehead. Let's bring him in here. Coach Whitehead, what's up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on? Can y'all see me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We hear
Okay,
you.
I'm
We
good,
hear you
I'm good.
very well. Again,
How
it's
y'all
Coach
doing, man? I appreciate the invite, man.
I want him to follow you on Ken Whitehead 404. What's
This is
going
my
on,
first podcast, baby, so I'm excited.
folks?
Pleasure to have you on. Pleasure to have you on.
Appreciate it.
So I know you're out in the open space, in open spaces. You're in your car right now because you're doing some training. You took some time out of the training. What's going on today out there with you, man?
Man, we just had a coaches meeting, getting prepared for the next school. It's no different than y'all too. Who we got on our next Friday. So they're a wing T team. So you know what comes with wing T.
Oh,
Got to
man.
be disciplined and got to be sound, and no matter how unathletic they look, you still got to be disciplined. So that's what we working on. I took time off. So I gotta go answer this phone call. Yeah, I gotta get on this podcast. So I came out here and we kind of got a hash down to what we gonna do from each individual spot. So pretty fun, man.
Yeah,
That's the best part about coaching.
You know what has always made me pretty good at defending the wing T was that in high school, one of the years I was in high school, we ran the wing T. So I know all the rules to the wing T. So when it comes to defending it, I got a little bit of advantage. You know, it's funny because the wing T has spawned a lot of things offensively that people don't want to give it credit for.
No, all these motions and out of gun and you know, orbit motions and speed motions and all this still, you know, Gus Malzahn said the best. He's a wing T guy to the heart, but he just moved the shotgun to make it look fancy. But it still got the same concept, still got the same basic principle as wing T. So when people get looking and you know, thinking, oh, they look real fancy and they doing a lot of misdirection, which, you know, you go back to the origin, what's wing T is misdirection and try to get your eyes going one way while they go the other way. So it's all the same.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, let's get into this while Seth is flexing like, you know, like what's wrong with you, man? Hey, man, you know, hold on before we go any further. Coach Whitehead, do you see how he's got his sleeves on his shirt? You see how he took his sleeves and he's tucking them in so you can see his deltoids? Is that just a California thing, or do the young men out there in Georgia, are they constantly doing that to their T-shirts, their jersey, their practice gear? Do they do that out there? California thing?
Yeah, listen, I think it is a day generation, whatever you call it. I don't keep up with the names of the generation. Their generation is all the same. You can go anywhere in any part of the United States, and no matter the color, the size, all of them act the same. It's no different. You like, what's the difference? Like, where are you from? Like, if not, you would say, okay, you from Georgia. Why you say that? Because you act like Georgia. Only way I would know you're not from Georgia if you say certain words the same, different. But everybody say the same thing. Like, they are a funny group of kids.
You know, it's interesting because when you said that, it reminded me, because I'm always talking to our kids. Everybody wants to have what I call mixed race hair. Yeah, they all want their hair curly and in an afro, just all over the place. And I thought that was just Northern California.
No.
But everywhere I have gone, rather it be Portland, rather it be Southern California, rather it be Georgia, everywhere I go, the young men all look. And I'm like, where do these trends come from? Who are y'all inspired by? But you guys are as much unique as y'all believe y'all are the same.
Yes. They dress the same. That's why I'm like, listen, I think California might be the only state that still listens to their own version of music. Like back in the day, I tell them like we could tell a West Coast beat from a East Coast beat from a down South beat to a Midwest. I'm like, all y'all sound the same now. Like only people that don't sound the same is California. Like LA and California still keep it so their way.
Oakland's got its own sound. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know my son-in-law is from the Bay Area. I told y'all he's from I think East Palo Alto.
Oh yeah.
So he's from man, they claim it to the heart.
No doubt. So I bet you he listens to E40.
Man, he listens to his buddy. He got a friend, one of his good friends that rap. But he listens to a bunch of Bay Area stuff. So I'm like, listen, man, I don't know what are we listening? Only reason I know is because the beat, how the beat sound.
Right.
Bay Area has their own type of like beat, like sound.
Oh yeah.
So I know that he plays it loud. I'm like, man, get me out the car with you. Like I can't ride with you.
All right, Seth, let's get into this. Preparing for Berkeley High. This is week 5, Berkeley High. You know, Berkeley comes in the season having not won a game. They leave having had won their first game, which was shocking. I know by the way you guys got off the bus that there was a lot of questions you guys had as a team. But let's talk about the preparation. Before the result, there was a preparation. Tell me about your thoughts about the preparation leading up. Don't give me hindsight prep. Tell me the prep leading up. How was y'all feeling going into the game?
I would say we took them too lightly. I would say JV and varsity. You know, we understand film doesn't lie, but, you know, they go against some different people. They go against some different cats, you know. So definitely say underestimating is a very much important and dangerous part of football.
Oh, I would agree.
I definitely say that definitely came to bite us in the back. So
yeah, you can't underestimate your and I'm glad you said the junior varsity program. They fought like dogs, but they built a hole for themselves. Do you know what happened prior to the game Saturday?
No, I do not.
Go into so somehow the locker room was unlocked before I even got there, and we had at least 6 athletes who could not get into their lockers because locks were put on their lockers that weren't of their combinations. Oh, it was a complete mess. Totally had the team completely off focus. Then the first half of the game, it's like we don't know. It's like we didn't practice, or we practiced for a different team, and this whole new team came out. It was really, really weird. But we battled back, got within 4 points of that game.
Something like that.
And then, you know, gave up a late touchdown. We went out by 10. It sucked. But you guys prepared for Berkeley. Berkeley was a team that, you know, now I will say this. This is kind of worth saying. This is the second team you guys have played where a former player transferred out and joined another team, and they came back and beat you guys by double digits. You got any thoughts on
it? Well, really, it's 3. Last year, Livermore. And then this year, we got Hayward and Berkeley. So, I mean, I don't know.
You lost the overtime thriller to Livermore. That was the first time it happened.
That was the first time.
A.J. Carey.
Yeah.
Who is excelling. He is balling out at Livermore.
He is balling out.
And then you have this year Sir Gabriel, who balled out. And yesterday, Zaire Palmer Who would have thought Zaire Palmer would be the starting linebacker for Berkeley?
He balled out though. He did a pretty good
He
job.
balled out. You take those 3 athletes, put them back on your football program, you guys are 5-0.
Yeah.
You're 5-0 because of what they can do on the field, both offensively and defensively and special teams.
And no injuries.
No injuries. Interesting. So I want to, before I go further, Coach Whitehead, you guys play this Friday?
Yeah.
How do you tell me a little bit? Give me some insight on how you prepare players. How do you prepare the team for a contest?
Man, so most of like the practices, and these kids got to understand we have to stay on. You know, they just typical teenagers. Like doing the small stuff, great. Communicating, stands and start, alignment, all those things will take care of the big stuff. Making sure they lined up right. Make sure they communicating all week. So when it comes to the game, it's second nature. You're doing all the basic stuff right. And you still have misalignments because you got 15, 16, 17-year-old kids that, and the worst part about playing is playing a team. The team that we played, I think might have won 2. They might have been 2 and 3. But, they haven't been known for winning, which ain't, just tough draw right now for them. But they got some talent, got a lot of talent. So you have to get them to understand, like, you don't want to look at the record. You got to play your team as if you're playing their undefeated team that just won state. Every game has to be that magnitude. So we try to get them to hone in on that part of it and do a lot of film study during the week and making sure they're watching film because we check the huddle account. So we can tell who watch film per night or per day. Over here at private school, they get the older guys, 11 and 12th graders, maybe some 10. They get free period. So, in your free period, you can pick 15 minutes to watch film. You might pick up on something because being that, at a private school, we don't get the luxury of staying out here 3 hours. Like, we're 2 hours max. 6:30, we got to come off the field regardless because kids got to go home and they got a lot of homework. So, it's a smaller single A school. And I tell people all day, like, you want to coach, you want to see, can you coach? Go coach there. I can put you at one of these big private schools or these big public schools, and you got 22 players, 11 on offense, 11 on defense. They don't go both ways, and they get to come off the field. You get to make adjustments. Over here, our 11 start on both sides of the ball. So you might get we'll sub a couple of cats in that you get that 2-3 plays where you can talk to them about making adjustments, and they usually pick up on them pretty good. But we don't get that luxury. We don't have that. Okay, you set up the tent, you got the film, the TV, and you know what I'm saying. You go in there, you sit down, you talking. Like, we don't get that luxury. So we've got to get as much information poured in Monday through Thursday as possible, and make sure they right. So it's challenging every week, but it's fun, man. Now you see why you really want to coach.
Yeah, and I embrace the challenge. I embrace it, and been coaching long enough to know that what I go through Monday through Thursday, they gonna forget a lot of it on Friday.
Yeah,
because now it's about somebody trying to hurt them, somebody trying to not hurt them in the sense of injure them, but lay hands, try to lay hands on them. It's a combat. It's a combat sport with rules. Well, the one thing you said that I found striking. You talked about you got to play every team like you can't look at their record. What do you think about that, Seth? Because
records do not matter. Records do not matter.
Did Berkeley look like an 0-4 team
when we played them?
Yeah.
No.
No, they didn't look like no 0-4, and they didn't get no. It wasn't like that. This was the game where they had a bunch of transfers that were sitting out, and this was their first game playing. This is the same team that started out the beginning of the year, and they were 0-4, and the teams they played weren't all that great. They were just 0-4.
And y'all have to realize, Seth, I think the kids need to realize also is y'all are defending state champions.
Come on, brother, come through here.
So everybody who play y'all is their Super Bowl, like as we say over here, is their state championship. Like if they beat y'all, it's they highlight part of their season. And you never know, like Berkeley might now go run off 6 in a row or however many in a row. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they beat y'all. So they feel like, okay, we good. Like we know we can play if we beat them. Nobody else can play us. Like we beat the defending state champion. Yep. And as you know, so as a team, and you know, you have to get them understand because you know that's part of leadership. So that's part of what's required. That ain't the fun part of it. Like pissing my teammates off, holding them accountable. And somebody got to be the bad guy sometimes. And am I that guy? That's a challenge that you know you ask yourself. But they got to understand, like every week is everybody's Super Bowl. Everybody's target. You have an X on your back. You are the defending state champion. I don't care who you play. Everybody in y'all league is coming at y'all heads, and they go bring their A game. You play the 0-4 team that look 0-4. So they need to tell y'all, listen, everybody is coming from our neck.
Yep. That's a message right there. If an 0-4 team can come with their A game, imagine what somebody who went 5-5 is gonna do.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Everybody's coming.
Give me some thoughts.
I would say, thinking back, I wish we just took things more seriously, to be honest. Now I know there were some of my teammates who were talking major smack, and I know they just it felt like a punch in the mouth to them because they were talking a whole lot of smack. That's why you can't say anything. You can think it. Even thinking it, that doesn't mean it's okay, but when you start speaking out loud, making posts, tagging people, and then you just get socked in the mouth. After that, it looks bad.
I didn't see none of that. I wish to God. I'd be upset if I seen one of my athletes give some locker room fodder. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So that's the part about like, and then the curse that come with this winning a state championship is everybody feels like, oh, we all great, we all superstar, we all have a ride. Versus, what did we do to get this state championship, y'all? Did y'all lose a lot of seniors?
Man, over half of the starters were seniors.
So you know you got a bunch of.
We lost 16 seniors.
What size school?
The school population is 875, I believe.
So yeah, y'all, we 900. We 875, 900. So we the same type. We had a 18 senior class.
Yeah.
And literally the same thing. You know, my son was part of last year's class. We lost 18 kids. You got those seniors who was hungry and want to leave a legacy. You know, they got these seniors this year got to understand. You got to want to leave a legacy. And you gotta have, like, we can't come out here and take nobody. Nobody's not taking y'all lightly. Everybody is coming from y'all throat. This is the end of the world. No, wake up tomorrow, hit practice. Let's get serious. You can pull off. Y'all can win them out and then go to the state playoffs. But you know, that's the hard part about winning state is people get comfortable and thinking they're better than what they are.
Yep. I agree 100%, Coach. We got Z here. That might be Zaire.
That's Zaire. That's definitely
Zaire. Berkeley has 3,000 plus. Right. An 875 school went up against an 0-4 3,000 school, and that 3,000 school went berserk. And if that is Zaire, I literally, at the end of the game, went to find. I had to run to catch him because after he was done with his team meeting, he was going to go talk to a co-ed in the middle of the field. And I wanted to personally tell him I loved him and that he did a good job. I was very, very, very proud of his performance. And it was very wonderful to see him playing because his 2 years with us, he had spent both years injured. And to be not injured, healthy, and playing, and to hear the announcer calling his name as much as they called his name, I was proud of the boy. Now, I do know that you popped him one time. Now that now we'll turn the corner on that.
And y'all,
highlights. Let's go over these highlights real quick.
I just saw Berkeley must be a big school.
It is. It's the only high school in Berkeley.
God, the mighty 3,000 plus.
Bro, that ain't. Guess this week we play a school that's 4,000. James Logan. Let's go here. We got that up. Wonderful.
Oh, yeah, Zaire, if you're listening, if that's you, you're in here, by the way.
All right, let's go here. All right, back that up there. All right, so here, watch this, coach. This is the first touchdown by Seth on his highlight reel. Yapple dapple.
For real?
The whole crowd, you don't hear the sound because we don't put sound on it. But man, that was a 34-yard touchdown.
Look at that. Don't you run track, Seth?
Yes, sir.
You a hurler?
Oh, absolutely.
Look at that. Look at it. Look at the form.
Kept his feet.
I was like, I'm midair. I'm like, I can't fall. I can't. I gotta keep going.
Nice. You know what I liked about it? And because I'm an old school Eric Dickerson type guy. You scored a touchdown, you just put the football down. You didn't do a dance, you didn't do a celebration. Just put the ball down. Let's go back to the sideline because I'm coming back. Here's the second highlight. 17-yard touchdown run.
Good bounce.
Ooh, he did him dirty.
Yeah.
You did him dirty. What was that, number 2? Free safety?
Yeah.
He was playing deep. He was playing 20-yard. Ooh, he didn't want none of that.
Oh, man.
Previous tapes.
I would fight my free safety. Like, keep your head up and wrap up. If you wrap up, he tackle at the 5. You doing this stuff I see on TV.
All right, so here's the next highlight on the video. 23-yard run. Nice block. Get through there. Don't let it tackle you like that.
Yeah.
Nice run.
Yeah.
Says, you in 4 carries, 2 of them were touchdowns. You had 65 yards. We gotta find out what your other runs were. Yeah. Those 5-yarders, 7-yarders. See if you cross the century mark. This is a decleating block. All right, let's see this.
Zaire, man.
Zaire's right here playing DN. Ooh, Zaire, that's not good. Look. It's fair, though. He balled out. Now, to his credit, he did get a fumble recovery, and I think he caused the fumble.
Yeah.
So he got to come in expecting he should be, that was a good ass hit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's decleating. Sometimes you're on the highlight. Sometimes you make a highlight. Sometimes you make somebody else's highlight. It's what happens in football. We love that boy, though.
Absolutely.
All right. 60-yard fumble. You got a fumble recovery here. Yeah. Took it 60 yards. Man, you gotta get these to the house, man. On you. Oh, you're running away from one, and the other has an angle the other way. Who's 56? Is that Khalib?
Yeah.
You know what? Khalib is a D tackle, and he's down there blocking for you. He is doing what he can to try to get you into that end zone. You owe him lunch. You owe him a macchiato or something because he's down there. Look at him. Look at him running down there trying to help you get that touchdown. Look at that. Although
he helped me get some extra yards.
Nice work. 2-point conversion. Through the hole. See, I don't understand why you guys don't do this more on short yardage because I've yet to see you get stopped on plays like this. Just give you the ball up the middle. Why are we throwing passes to the outside? I don't get it. Here's an 11-yard run. Get through that hole.
I should have kept running though. That was a bad move.
Yeah, you got to get a little your vision here. It's all right. You can't have vision perfect on every play, but If you cut inside a little bit, I don't know. Maybe they still. I don't know.
He probably could bounce in. He probably got about another 5-6 more yards. You had a bunch over there. So
Yeah, there you go. But here's the thing. Here's another thing I like about this particular clip that you have. They never, all them guys, they still didn't get you to the ground. They didn't get you to the ground.
No.
All right, here's another depleting block. Oh, that's nasty. That man's chest gonna be hurting right now. If he's watching, you need some Epsom salt and some Tiger Balm. Oh, there. Ooh, is that number 0?
Yeah. Sure is.
He came in too high. His coaches are gonna tell him. That's what we tell you every week. Don't go in there high. He went in there high.
Old school power eye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah. Grown man football right there.
Good
Everybody
stuff.
ain't ready for that.
Nice. We'll wait for the official staff to be able to get that out there. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. All right, we got the weekly piano jingle. Y'all ready for this?
Let's get it.
I'm not, I'm messing up. I'm not doing as good a job on this thing as I ought. But let's see what we got going on here. Oh, it cut off. All right, so can you hear me, Seth?
Yes, sir.
So I know this song. Oh, wait. 203. What I have to learn to do is find the right sound. Okay, here we go. I gotta turn it up now. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
That's the Thizzle dance. I know
That was one take. Hey, that's better than last week.
And then I gotta find another. Okay. Okay, what about this one? All right. Let me see if I can get it. Wait. And see, my problem is when I'm in here by myself, I'm fine. But now that I'm on the spot, but I can do this one all day though. I can do this all day.
Okay.
You know that song?
Yeah. Seth don't. I do.
And I guess sounds familiar. I don't know.
It's seen on me. But you don't know nothing about Joe Clark. You don't know that.
Yeah, you had to watch the movie, Seth. You gotta watch the movie.
All right. I gotta watch the movie.
Oh, I think I got it. All right, so I've been trying to play this Kendrick Lamar, Be Humble. And my sister said she didn't recognize it when she first heard me do it. Maybe it sounds a little better. Let's see. Ah! Forget it. Can't get it right. I got to do more practice. I got to get more practice in. But I'm trying.
We're getting there.
Some of these comments here. We got. Hold on a minute. Yeah, that is Zaire. You said Seth got me good. Let me tell
you win some, you lose some. It's all good.
Let me tell you what I like about Zaire. And I'm taking the time because Zaire isn't listening to the broadcast because he knew we played Berkeley. Zaire been listening to the broadcast since season 1.
Yeah.
He's been watching the podcast since season 1 when he was a freshman. This is a good kid. His presence away from Monroe has not been replaced. He's a good kid. And let me tell you, just in case he didn't hear me clearly, I'm very proud of him. I love you. And I'm very proud of you. I wish you would have stayed, but I understand why you had to go. But that you continue playing football and you're doing it at a high level, because you were not a varsity player when you left us. You were on the JV team. Now you're starting on the defense for Berkeley, and I want you to take everything you have ever learned, and I want you to take all those essential things that were already in yourself and continue to grow that brand. I'm going to support you regardless. That's why I had to find you on my own and tell you. I told your mother before I went to the field to go tell you what I said. I told your mother. I saw her in the stands. I said, I'm proud of that boy. I am just proud of that young man. And, you know, they don't make young men like you all over the place. And so, man, just hats off to you. Continue to do great work. And you always got a supporter in me. I'm going to always support you. You can believe that. Mike Pulaski, Morgan Freeman movie, right? Yes, sir. Coach Al, lean on me. There we go. She knew the song. See, Seth, you don't be knowing it. But at least you know my Earth, Wind, and Fire stuff.
I do.
And you're starting to get into Luther Vandross, although that makes me nervous. Because I'm wondering if you got a girlfriend or something. I don't know about it. Because you be listening to all of the maybe making Luther Vandross music, Coach King. I'd be like, hold on, boy, hold on.
Nah.
So
All right, let's get on. All right, Coach, I want to get into these conversations with you. High school football recruiting. A lot has changed. A lot has changed just in the last year or two. What's going on in your neck of the woods? How do you help our parents that are listening give reality checks as comfortable as possible to our young athletes? Talk to me, man. What's going on with high school football and recruiting?
in the state of Georgia, it's pretty good. I mean, but let me put it like this. And what has changed a lot. Because I go back to my nephew in 2017, he graduated in 18, so 2016, he became a four-star, but he became a four-star based on athletic ability, metrics, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it was based on that type stuff. He went to the Nike opening camps twice, and his first year he went, the spring before his sophomore year, he went up there and he finished top two linebackers. And the linebacker that he finished behind, Kobe Dean. He finished 13th out of 300 plus, 500 plus kids, like one of the biggest Nike opening camp. But he went up there, they did the 40 shuttles, bad movements, lateral movements, med ball throw to see how explosive you are.
Right.
All those things. So he was a three-time state champion in shot put. Could have went to pretty much any school for shot put. But those measurements were based on that. You know, we had another kid that was a four-star, ended up going to Notre Dame, that type stuff, and three-star kickers, and like, you know, we had those type kids, but all that was based on, okay, the measurements and just how you do. I think a lot, don't quote me as holding this true, but I think a lot is based on kids. They base it on your offers.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's hold on. It's funny you say that, because I just found out last season that if a D1 school gives you an offer in California, you are automatically a three-star athlete.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff is weird.
But
like
wait,
in Georgia, they base it off G5.
What happens when the D1 offer is because your coach is a buddy of your dad?
Yeah, now that the old saying, who you know and what you know goes a long way. You know, and that ain't taken away from a kid who.
It's kind of crazy to me, because I'm seeing some kids who are getting three-star offers because, you know, who their dad is. And I'm saying, my son would kill this boy on a football field.
Yeah, it is. It is weird. It's hard from a parent standpoint because I was in that same boat last year. I'm sitting there like, bro, like we're going measurements. Okay, where my child 6'2", size 190, in high school 195. We going, long ass arms, big hands. He got like over like 9 3/4, over 9.5. He got like NFL type hands, measurement hands, uh, those type things. But it's the concept of how they do it now is just different than how it used to be. So as a parent, you have to understand that. So I respect how you took Seth on college tours. It wasn't just all okay. We're going to Cal, we're going to Stanford, we're going to USC, we're going to UCLA. It was like, no, we'll go here, here, here. My son, he got fortunate enough, we blessed to play D2 ball. He played at one of the top D, where they got history of being one of the top D2s in in the country, consistent top 25 every year.
Yeah.
So it's Lenore Ryan. So, but people have to realize now these schools have ballers. So you taking your child to a D2 school, they have ballers. It ain't
Yeah.
it ain't okay. We're going to a D2 school and they got average and below average kids. Yeah, some of them do. But you taking some of these top places, they have kickbacks from D1. They have ballers. So people gotta understand, like, don't be. Everybody wants the Power Four because it look good. The benefits that come with it is great. My kid go eat great. He go have the best, some of the best athletic facilities in the country. He go, the benefits with it, and it just look good overall. That my child as D1. But your route now has to be. You have to understand. You have to go a different route, and you have to understand. Like, I might have to go put in a couple of years at D2 and try to hit the portal, and I might have
I'm
to
thinking,
go to JUCO.
well, here's one of the problems we have in California, Coach. There are no D2s.
Yeah, I don't hear too much about
Zero
it.
D2 football programs in California. So if a kid's going to do D2, he's got to leave California. Well, what's the
Which
problem
is
with that? Well,
you got the out of
state
state fee.
he's going to go to, if they're going to get other D2 athletes, they got to recruit their state.
Coach, they have to recruit their state. You got you got out of state stuff. First of all, let me say this. That's crazy for Cali not to have D2. Cali got their own JUCO pipelines and got some of the best high schools. You got 2 or 3 of the top high schools in the country
Yeah.
every year. Uh, but I did not know that. We got 3 kids from Athens out there at Riverside, California, playing at JUCO out there.
Riverside City College?
Yes.
Yeah.
They had to come all the way to Cali. I ain't saying Georgia ain't got no D2, but Georgia has one JUCO. What if you take the state of Georgia, they have some prep schools and some other schools. They got 2 or 3 JUCOs, but you take the state of Georgia, that's a lot of kids going to 2 or 3 schools.
Wow. I did not see you shocked about us not having D2s. I'm shocked about y'all not having JUCOs.
Yeah, we have, man. We have, we might have 2 or 3 JUCOs, because you know what I'm saying, and they're good JUCOs. They work their butts off to get kids at the next level from D2, NAIA, whatever level they can get them on. But we don't have a big JUCO program out here to what it kind of is nothing like Cali or Texas or even Kansas. I tell people all day, like we got prep schools you can go to, what you can do a semester. Hopefully you can get something.
Understand prep schools, because I hear that word used a lot. And prep schools, these are like 13th grade schools or something. What? Tell me your understanding of prep schools, because I understand prep schools is just high elite high schools. But it sounds to me of the last 2 years that prep school is once you graduate high school, you're not entering college yet, but you're of a certain age, so you can go here and play. Help me understand.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's pretty much like they kind of like some military prep schools. They not in Georgia, but they in South Carolina next door, like next state over. But those are the type schools, you know, that people go like and they'll help you, you know, whether you had low SAT scores or GPA wasn't good. You know, you go do a semester, get them grades up, and then hopefully you can go and go to the next level. You know, old school prep school colleges used to send their kids to the kids they recruited, they wanted real bad. They would send them to prep school, and then after that year of prep school, then they'll come back to college the spring semester. So the recruiting, but back to the recruiting is just a whole another state, man. So you have to understand, like, uh, everybody feels their child is D1, you know, but people have to understand Power Fours or on paper have to have a certain element on paper. So anything below a 3-star for a Power Four is not really a benefit.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's just my point of view. You know, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, or you know, or the ones that, you know, that they look at hard because we can win a recruit battle on paper. First of all, then you know you got to come to school and perform. But a lot of them kids, you know, work their ass off, man. A lot of them, you talk to them, man. A lot of these kids now, man, do 2-3 workouts a day.
Yeah.
We talking about 4 stars and 5 stars. You know, they doing 2-3 workouts. You know, like 1 in the morning. You got to lift at school. I got practice, and I got to work out after practice. They putting that time in, so I ain't gonna take nothing from a kid that earned their 4 star, 5 stars, and all this stuff because a lot of them grind. Uh, you know, so when you come to recruit, man, you just want to lock in on schools that want you. If they don't want you, like feed as much, like feed your kid film. Like stop putting it on the coach. You know, I know everybody don't heard this 100 million times. You cannot. I mean, because the coach has a job. They got to coach high school. They got to try to get all your film out, like not just you, but another 5, 6 plus, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what size school you're in. You at Berkeley,
Right.
like a school like Berkeley, 3,000 plus. Now I got 50 kids that say they want to play college ball. So that's hard work dissecting. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he's a true, like he can go play here, he can go play there, he can go play here, he can go play there. That's hard, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Hold on, right quick, y'all. Hold on, don't hang up.
Yep. Not only is it a lot of work, well, that coach. Not only is it a lot of work, but you're talking about kids not even have the opportunity to be properly assessed.
Yeah. So that's what, like, tell coach, it's just overload. Like I always did it. Like I'm gonna send out to the OC, the DC, and the head coach or the recruiting coordinator. I would send it to the recruiting coordinator, and then I would send it to the position coach
Yeah.
and the coordinator. Because guess what? Out of them 3, I sent it to the recruiting coordinator. Might be busy. He got his and people got to realize when you DM these coaches, their inbox is full, like full. So you think about you going through your email and trying to read every email. At some point, you're like, man, I'm tired of reading email.
Right.
So you have
White
to,
noise.
you see what I'm saying? Like, so
Right.
you have to be overstimulated. Like, okay, I'm gonna send this. I send it this week. Okay, he ain't hit me back. I might give him 2 or 3 weeks. I'm sending it back, or I'm sending per highlight. Like Seth got his highlight made from his game per game to a coach, to the coaches. Like coaches, the ones that follow me, the ones that, you know, Twitter don't made it hard to DM coaches now because you got to buy the tag and you got to pay the $20, $30 per month, and you know some parents can't afford that because they got bigger responsibilities and bigger stuff to pay and that type stuff. Okay, well I can't do that. I can always email. Email is free. Flood their email. Some coaches still check their email. It might take them a week to get back to you, but I flood their emails like, "Hey, coach, just check out, check out such and such." I ain't got to call my son. I say, "Check out such and such."
Yep.
You know, like, he's a benefit. You know, you want to always sell your child. You you know, I good kind of say like I got to sell my child as a top product.
Now, speaking of that, let's transition to this particular conversation because we're talking about products and trainings. Let's go talk about off season. I think we
Can y'all hear me?
I hear you. There you
Okay.
go. Let's transition to here. You do a lot of trainings, and I'm looking at Phenom, founder of Phenom Training.
Yeah.
Let me say it, and then I'll let Coach Ken respond to it. A lot of you kids who play football who want to go D1 or D2, and I would say now D3, your off season didn't prove it. Your off season, you took off during the off season. So I thought I'd ask Coach Ken Whitehead, because I know a little bit about him. What is an off season workout, Coach, supposed to look like if you are serious about playing football on the next level? Help me understand. Help the people.
To me, off season, you should never stop lifting weights. Like you should never have an off season with weightlifting. Like never. Like when you get in season, you're going to maintain mostly, but your off season is my grow time. I gotta grow. I need to eat right. I need to sleep right. I need to lift. And you don't have to go in there and say, okay, I'm finna go 250 and I can't bench, I'm benching badly 240. Like don't try, like progress yourself up. It'll work itself out. Trust the weight program, if you feel like your high school weight program, whatever school weight program is not benefiting you, go to a gym. People don't realize if you reach out into the community, you got old school players, old school coaches, like you got people that want to help contribute. And I ain't saying everybody is know what they talking about, but you got some people that'll help out, they'll reach out, they'll work with you, and you should have a weight program, and you got to have some type of speed build program. I always have agility program so you can work your quickness and your movements, and you won't be playing heavy footed too much. You got to have those things. You got 7 days. You give yourself the weekend to rest. Let's go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Let's go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Let's get 3 to 4 days of training per week. Because it's a benefit. I work with NFL guys. I work with Power 4 guys that you see that start and play on their respective teams. I've worked with FCS guys. I work with D2 guys. I work with NAIA guys. So I work with every level from to high school down to middle school down to even rec ball. So, but just based on my college and my NFL guys, they come in, they going hard 4 days a week. They're going hard, and their off day is a recovery day. Which I mean by recovery is they going in, they stretching, they rolling out, they doing all the stuff, they doing mobility stuff to help themselves be better. People don't think like I would tell you take yoga. If your school offers yoga, take yoga.
Nice.
Add it to the elective. Take Pilates. You think you really in shape? You think you really can work out? Yeah, you can go here and bench 225 10 times. Go do a Pilates workout, and then you tell me how much of an athlete you feel like you is. My NFL guy, he does Pilates, he does yoga stuff. He has a whole mobility schedule for himself, and he does that twice a week. On top of, we either go do, he go lift, we go do movements. He go. We'll have a speed day, so which is just all working. You know what I'm saying? You're not just speed. And we have a off day, which is just mobility. And then you come back. I got another lift day, and then I got another movement day. But that's how we work it, and that's how the college cat works, and The high school cats, I can tell high school cats who's serious and who ain't serious by how many times you want to train per week.
Wow. So you talk about a weight day, a speed day, and an agility day. Do you ever think those should be mixed, or do you keep those separate for the body to really hone in on the skill? What's your thoughts on that, Coach?
My speed day and agility day is gonna be on the same day because it's all movements, and we ain't killing nothing. Like your legs ain't really getting killed. We ain't doing a lot. You ain't doing a lot of crazy stuff. It's, if we do speed day, it's a light day. As far as like you ain't lifting heavy, so your legs ain't tired. You doing more explosive, more bursts to long run, like to certain runs.
Right.
So those are twice a week. The off season you should lift twice a week minimum, unless if you got weight training, you'll lift 3 to 4 days a week, so that shouldn't be an issue. But you need a speed day, you need agility day. I mean, speed and agility go together, and then you need a stretching day where you flexible. If you ain't flexible, you can't be athletic.
It's interesting you say that because Alva Vale, Coach Alva Vale, she coached alongside me in track and field for a number of years. She is a huge proponent of yoga. And what we would do after practice, after the track practice of our sprinters, we would have them in a session where she would lead yoga because we found that impressive.
Yeah. My son took yoga 2 years in high school. They offered it over here. I had been saying, I'm like, man, you need to take yoga because you tight. You should coach. God bless. Like, I am like, none of my kids never had an injury, major injury or no injury. You know what I'm saying? Nicks and bruises will come with the sport. But I think yoga helped him out with his flexibility and helped him with his injury prevention. Like, just certain stuff, like you need to do it. Like you need to stretch. And if they really want to know truth, what's going to help your speed, go run track.
Yes. To me, you know what? I think it was, I forget, it was a coach in the SEC. Ed Orgeron. Remember when Ed Orgeron was at LSU?
Yeah.
He should have never been at LSU. SC should have hired him, but SC was weird about his voice. They had issues with his voice in California, so they didn't hire him when he took over and SC was doing well. But Ed Orgeron, after they had won, I think it was the national title that year, he said, they're like, Coach, what's next? He says, we're going to find the kids who play football, who run track. You don't run track, we're not even looking for you.
Oh, listen, man, some of these, I take that back. If people want to go, most NFL players ran, a lot of them ran track. A lot of them didn't. A lot of them a lot of them ran track. Jameson Williams just signed a big deal with Detroit. You know what I'm saying? They extended him. Hurdler guy, state hurdler, 300 meter state champion. A lot of joy. Like I watched Langston Hughes last year had a kid. Man, he's going to Georgia for track. The kid that ran a 9.82 was one of their star athletes on their team last year. Competed for a state championship. 9.82. Dwight Phillips, his daddy trains Dwight Phillips that plays for Georgia, number 20 for Georgia, the speedster. Watch that guy. I saw that guy run a 10.2. And I think he was hurt. So if you want to know the truth, run track.
Our number one track kid in California, Jaden Jefferson, last year, he signed an offer. He's going to be going to North Carolina to play for Belichick.
Oh,
and he got an offer from Belichick. He took the offer. He's going to go to North Carolina next season at De La Salle High School. And he just broke the state record in the 100. Now, California has a lot of speedsters, a lot. And he just broke. He's the best of the history of the state. And he's killing that at De La Salle. I would hate to be someone on the kickoff team trying to run that boy down on the kickoff return. You got to get him before you bet. If you're going to go against Jaden Jefferson, you better have a kicker in high school that can kick it into the end zone because they don't let them bring it out of the end zone here. Do they allow y'all to bring
No, they don't
out?
get it here. No, not in Georgia. You can't bring it up.
Yeah, you can't do it in California either. Can't do it in California. So let's do this, Coach. You and I both coach the All-Star game, which has become, well, in its first year, it's a national All-Star game. I think last year was 15 different states. Right now, I think it's at about 17 different states. However, an All-Star football game isn't the same. So what are your top 3 advices? Let's start with coaches. There's a lot of coaches who want to coach in an All-Star game. What are your top 3 advices for coaches who are going to coach in an All-Star game?
Have fun. Keep your standards, your standard that you coach with. You never want to change that because that's who you are as a coach. But realize it's an All-Star game, so it ain't gonna be, these kids or enjoying the thing. So like, we go make sure they have fun. So what they want to come back and play again, especially the underclassmen who get an opportunity, juniors. But try to teach football and some of them don't know a lot of football. Some, I mean, not knocking it, but like you can help them out. See what can we teach? Drop a jewel, build that relationship with them. So later on in life, they feel like they can talk to you about certain stuff. They can talk to you. That was one of the nicest things. Like watching you, I learned a lot just listening to you when you said your speech. So I was like, man. I picked up on some stuff. I'm like, yeah, I gotta do it. Because I was like, damn. His whole presentation, how he walked on, up on the stage is eye opening. Like I listened, like I'm keyed in, like I was one of the kids at the All-Star game. But I'm just learning by listening. So teach them. Let's keep it simple and make it fun for them. And we got to get them to understand you got one ball, but we're going to try to spread the ball around, get as much as possible, and give everybody an opportunity to play. You might have your favorites who stand out a little more than some of them out there at the All-Star game, but give everybody an opportunity to play. Hold them accountable, teach the game, and make it fun for them.
That's really good, Coach. I like that. Keep your coaching standards. Your standards don't change just because All-Star. I think he dropped. We're getting back. Standards don't change. Have fun and teach football. Seth, your thoughts on that? Is that what you witnessed among the coaches when you played in the National All-Star game as a junior? Talk about it.
It was definitely, the saying, one team, one unit.
Yep.
I would definitely say I more so believe that when I was at the All-Star game. Everybody comes from different backgrounds, whether you have offers or not. Everybody has the same goal: go D1, play at the next level, whatever, go to NFL. But everybody was like linked together.
Yeah.
Like despite being from different states and stuff like that, it's like as soon as everybody landed in Georgia, everybody was like on the same level now. I don't know. It was weird to me in a sense, but it felt great. It was good. And the coaches.
I'll tell you what I got from it was, and this is the reason why I rock with Coach Lamar Daniels, because 95% of the kids who were in that All-Star game are flat out ballers with 0 offers, 0 D1 offers. And I would say probably over 50% didn't even have a D2 offer. Yeah. And I would say the majority, if the math is mathing, didn't even have an offer. When you played in it last year, you hadn't even had an offer yet. Had a lot of interest.
Yeah.
A lot of schools contacted you, but no official offer. And ladies and gentlemen, when we're parents and grandparents, when we're talking about offers, We're talking about scholarship offers. They can't even offer you priority walk-on anymore. That's been eliminated. So you can't just offer a kid to come to your school and he's just going to be on the practice squad. And if he works his way up, because there is no more practice squad like that anymore. Right?
Right.
So there's no just some of the weird offers is just, the honorable offer. The only offer that matters is a scholarship.
Yep.
Now, if it's a D3 school, it's not a scholarship, but they will debt leverage a lot of your tuition, housing, food, to the point that it is as if you got a scholarship. But your academics play a huge role in what those finances look like. Coach Whitehead, who he's coming back on with, we're getting back on here in a second, add him to the stage. He talked about one of the things he liked is when I was taking you to different colleges. I've never asked you, what do you feel about me taking you to the different? I take you to D1, I take you to D2. This weekend, we're going back to Portland, right?
Yep.
We're going back to Portland this week to go to Pacific University.
Yeah.
Pacific University put their offer in writing. And now we're going to see them play. There's a coach coming to see you soon. I mean, just a lot.
Yeah.
Just bring Coach Ken Whitehead back to the stage. I think we got him back in here. Coach, you there? Okay, he's still getting the audio work. I see him frozen in the green room. Once I get that moving. Let's talk about the three things he said, Seth. Coaches keeping their standards. I like that. Coaches should not come and change their standard. They shouldn't be. They should be who they are. They should be the coach that they are that got them to the dance. Have fun. I believe that is very important. Have fun, and we can have fun while being disciplined. And then I like the third one. Teach football. Teach football. I remember my quarterback, who I planned my underclassman quarterback, who I plan to have back this year. I remember some of the things that he was going through, and I'm like, don't feel the need to explain yourself after every single play. If it's a good play, get rid of it. If it's a bad play, get rid of it even faster. You don't have to keep explaining to me. We're not going to have a dissertation on one play. You got several plays, and I need you to lock in as a quarterback. I need you to lock in on the next play because there are 10 guys dependent upon you, and they can't wait for you to get over it. You got to get over it now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it this year. Let's see if we get him back to the stage. Coach Ken, are you there? There's some internet issues happening.
I don't know.
He could have had a weather change, just that fact. Georgia weather be tripping.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and do this, Seth. I'm going to share my top 3 advices for athletes.
Okay.
My top 3 advices for athletes. Number 1 is this. You're not playing the whole game. It's an all-star game.
That's real. Mm-hmm.
You're not playing the whole game. And you want to get enough film. And as coaches, we're going to get you film. That's why when I'm coaching in the all-star game, I make sure that my position coaches in the all-star game really know the athletes they're coaching, really know the skill that they're coaching, because I need the position coach to be over the rotation in an all-star game. We got to get these kids film. It can't be on one coach, because there may be a left tackle. We may have a third left tackle, and he may not get much film because we went with the first one too long.
Right.
So we got to roadmap that thing out. So, but athletes need to understand you're not playing the whole game, but you are going to play probably the equivalent of a quarter. Because I think, we played NFL time frame. I think we played 15-minute quarters.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that everybody got good play.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then number 2, I would say as an advice for athletes is, share. I'm writing this down. Share your school, helmet stickers.
Oh, yeah.
Helmet stickers. You got to bring extra helmet stickers from your school. Because one of the dopest things I saw was kids from other schools in other states wearing our school's logo on their helmet. I think Coach
got touchdowns.
Jay, he had a Monroe Catholic, and he scored like one of the first touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. And they got a perfect angle. He hit the touchdown. He went to the upright. He hit his dance. You saw the MC on the side.
Right there.
Yeah.
And then 3, I would say a top 3 advice for athletes in the All-Star game is promote each other.
Absolutely. I'll say if there's one thing that we definitely did, well, 2 things. 1, 3, actually. Getting to know each other.
Back with us. Just want to let us know that. Go ahead, Seth. Finish your thought.
Getting to know each other in a short amount of time. Exchanging the helmet stickers, and following each other on social media platforms. Like we literally put ourselves out there. Everybody.
Yeah. And I would go a step further. Not just following each other on the social media platforms. Let other schools know about each other. Make sure that if you know a school who's looking for a particular player, they may be looking for O linemen. Well, your O lineman buddies that were blocking for you at the All-Star game, make sure you tag them because they may not see this coach's, just because it came up on your thread doesn't mean it came up on their thread. So take the time to just, if an O-line coach of a D2 school is saying, hey, we looking for some O-line dogs, tag your guys. I believe we're living in an age of recruiting high school where high school athletes are going to have to help one another in the recruiting process.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. And I think if enough kids come together, they can actually force the school to make some moves that can help all of them get to the next level. Back to the stage, Coach QUYN Whitehead. How you doing, brother?
Man, my bad. I had some technical difficulties. My phone went from 11 to 1 in 2 minutes. I'm like, man, what's going on? So I had to go get the charger and all this good stuff. I wish I was at home. But yeah, man, like
give me your top 3 advices for athletes coming to a nationwide all-star game.
Have fun, do a lot of networking. You never know who you'll meet that's already got something. Like you just said, right. Do some networking, meet people. Don't be an introvert, get to know your teammates, what they like to do, what they don't like to do, and y'all might have a bunch of stuff in common. You might be, I met your dad, Seth, in December. Best thing, God don't make no mistakes.
No.
Need this dude in my life. Needed him in my life.
No, and man, do you know we ain't even known each other for a year?
Yes.
That's crazy. Because it feels like you and I have been connected forever. I'm like, this year you're gonna get to meet my whole family though.
See,
I'm bringing the whole family this year, brother. You're gonna meet the wife. You're gonna meet my daughter. You're gonna meet my sister. You're gonna meet my brother-in-law, my nieces. You about to meet the whole family, brother. I talk about it all the time, man.
We're gonna get the wife.
Only time we is in that game. Outside of that, we straight up brothers. I support that.
You embrace me from the jump. If people don't know, I'm an introvert. Like I ain't outside person. I turned it off doing football because I can zone out. I'm coaching. I'm training. I'm zoned out. But man, for you to embrace me and say, "Hey, man, you're like a brother to me. We go get closer." I'm like, yeah. I watch Seth highlights weekly, bro. Like every week because he's a good kid. But I see the effort that he's putting in and that you are putting in, and he's willing to go anything to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He ain't, you know, it's easy for a kid, you know, to be biased, but he came down here and had fun. You brought 3 or 4 kids down here who balled out, who had good games. We had 2 or 3 of them on our team. I'm like, hey,
Yep.
ain't this y'all coach over? He's like, yeah, but we want so come down here, have fun, man. Embrace it. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different from your high school program.
Yep.
Everything will move a little faster because you don't have that much time. You don't have a week. We won't have 4 days. We have literally last year we had 1 day, 2 practices.
Yep.
We had to pull in the whole offense, the whole defense, special team, and decipher from there. So I think we did a heck of a job.
And that's how I knew you was a dope coach, because I was like, man, and I don't classify. Well, I do classify myself as a dope coach. I do, but what we did in that All-Star game, the weather changes. It was like God brought a bunch of people together who He wanted to be together for a time such as that. And I'm so excited about our abilities to do it again, because you are the head coach of team. Although, man, hold on, wait a minute. How you get gold foil in your jersey, man?
I don't know, but I wasn't mad.
How you?
I wasn't mad. I don't know.
Your jersey is clean.
Hey,
Bro, I might lose my son to you on the jersey alone. That jersey, your black, your jersey.
Yeah, I looked up and
I told Lamar Daniels, I said, look, bro, I deserve at least 2 extra draft picks early, because I got kids. When I recruit kids for Team Dream, they gonna be like, man, they ain't no gold foil, and they gonna want that teamwork jersey. Shoot, I want the teamwork jersey. That jersey is clean.
Yeah, he made it. And shouts out to him, because he go hard and beyond trying to make this happen. And you know, I remember talking to the dude when he first started. He just started the All-Star game based on his son.
Yeah.
But you know, and it built to what it is now. Like I told him one day, I'm like, bro, you went from 3,000 followers to 30,000, and then you almost at 100. So like, just come down here, man, and enjoy the process, man. Enjoy the weekend. Like you go, like Lamar makes it to where it's an enjoyable weekend. You got a lot. You know, you from out of state, come see how Georgia operates. You know what I'm saying? Like we operate. You know, you might fall in love with it and want to move, but like it is fun. Like come and enjoy the whole weekend because there's processes. Like, and
look. Don't tempt me, because you fool around. I'll tell you what. You fool around and get a head coaching job in Georgia, then you contact me.
Coach, I got a list already.
You contact me, and I tell you who else. I tell you, you got an O-line or a D-line coach willing to come too.
Coach
Ransburg.
We are. If you come, we go have immediate success, because I got, you know, you just got a bunch of leaders. You got grown men who doing their job. You don't have to micromanage them.
Nope.
That was the cool part about, like, I just, you know, you got the coaches who coach, and you let them coach, and we let them coach, and you know, we had success on both sides of the field. Y'all won because y'all made more plays, but it was fun to watch and hear coaches coach.
Yep.
Versus, you know,
and just generally support one another, man. The Peace State Gridiron Classic. I mean, it's just something different, brother. It's like everybody's family, and then we split up for a couple of hours in practice, and then we still family. Then we come play a game. After that game is done, we still just family. And the stands was packed. The media was on point. The coaching staffs were loving each other and respectful, but still talking our little bit of trash just to have fun with it. But we understood the mandate. We understood the purpose. I cannot wait to come back after Christmas.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. You know, Georgia weather is you know, we might mess around and have 380-degree temperatures on in December. So That's just how Georgia weather operates. I don't think it's no different in California weather, Northern Cali.
Bro, do you know California? We had now you might laugh at us. On Wednesday, they made us practice an hour later because it was 100 degrees on the field. So they don't allow the kids to practice outdoors if it's 100 degrees. Do they do that in Georgia?
Yes, we have.
Oh, they do. Because all we was, man, if we was in Georgia, ain't no way in the world they would tell us we couldn't practice that with 100-degree weather.
Let me put it like this. So our trainer, we got a probably one of the best trainers, I say, in high school football, because she's on point with it. But she comes and she keeps an eye on the wet bulb. And that wet bulb hit a certain temperature, you got to take pass off. If it hit this temperature, you got to take this off. If it hit that temperature, you got to take this off. So, and if it get too hot, then we have to go inside and try to find something. But it's fun, man. But
that's what we went through.
You know,
and then you know what it did the following morning?
Cold.
Rained.
Yeah.
Full-blown windshield wipers on the car because it was raining.
Yeah, y'all definitely is just like Georgia. Ray told me though. Ray said, "Yeah, Ken, you like, yeah, we no different than Georgia, Northern Cali. You know, Ray is Rayshawn Wright, Nashawn Wright, Mekhi Blackman, and Dollar plays for Boise State. So I got a chance to work with them. I train Ray every offseason for the last couple of years. But them four I got to work with. But they speak, man, they are East Palo Alto, Northern California to the heart.
Oh yeah. Laney College. College.
So they and Ray used to tell me, he's like, man, this shit ain't no. He's like, now the humidity. We gotta get Seth down here during the summertime, so and work out about a week.
Absolutely.
And let him get some of this 90 degree weather, but the humidity is so high and it's so thick with the air that you choking, you can't breathe because of the heat. So we're gonna get Seth down here during the summertime and put him through a workout, and it's gonna be at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and we're gonna be like, why are we out here this late? And you go walk on the field and start sweating. Like literally, you walk outside, you sweat. So that's how. But if we can, you know, that's the best time to train. I tell people, like when we train, like during the off season, like during summertime, I catch them. When I catch them in May, like the end of May, man, we go at 1 o'clock. We going 12, 1, 2, 3. It's hot. If we can get you right,
ain't nothing but an airline ticket.
Let's do it.
Seth, give me your JV player shout outs.
JV player shout outs. You know, I didn't really get to see as much of the game as I wanted to. Although shout out Steven Hizataki. Yeah, I'll definitely say he made a little bit of improvement. He got a pick six, but you know they called it back. But I got something for him. I'll give him lunch or something. I'm glad he took a step forward.
Well, I'll give my my JV player. I started a quarterback. This is the first time, and I started a quarterback and played him the whole game. Preem Dave, he overcame a lot of fears to become the starting quarterback, and nearly led us back to victory. Really proud of that young man. He played very well. He had a couple of plays where I had to be like, hey, now you're remixing my stuff. Don't be remixing my stuff. He audibled. He did an audible into a Laker. I'm like, hold on, who told you could audible? Well, coach, I thought, no, man, the play was open. Throw it to it. You know, so
did it work though? Did it work?
No, it did not. We didn't get the first down. But his line of thinking was right. It's just he didn't understand the play that I called was better than his audible. So yeah, he didn't know that. I also got to give a shout out to Steve Taki, not because of the pick six, but because he overcame some fears. He sat like an entire quarter because he just couldn't get right, and then he got it right. And once he got it right, he went in there and played differently. Once his mindset changed, He just played differently, and I that's the trajectory I want to see him on as he goes through things. We got, again, our special guest today has been Coach Ken White. We're in our last segment, which is our shout out segment. Coach Ken, go ahead and drop your shout outs, brothers. We get ready to go off air.
I'm gonna shout out to my guy right here, man, y'all. He's a 6'1", 8th grade quarterback. Keep an eye out for him. Andrew Smart.
8th grade quarterback.
You might have heard the name. Yes.
I gotta.
He's gonna be one of them guys.
I coach quarterback, so of course I want to know who he is.
You'll know the name. Hey, listen. Hellified quarterback, but hellified baseball player. What team you played on? No, what's that other team? The YouTube team. He played on Select what?
Select PG Select first player.
He played on PG Select first player. Well, it was like one of them. Seth, you ever heard of that?
No. Well, actually, no. It does sound kind of familiar. I'm gonna have to search it up now.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah, he's a baller though. Then I got one of my little rec ball kids, y'all. We finna get that work. Come here, man.
Let him come to the national stage. Get used to it.
Yeah. You got a shout out to my guy. Look at him. Smile, man. Tell him what's up.
What's up?
How you doing?
Get that work. He said, "How you doing?" Look, he a 6th grader.
6th grade.
Seth, you see that growth down here? Yeah, he a 6th grader. So he gonna be.
I need to come down to Georgia, maybe for like a month and grow some height.
They eat down here, man. They eat good. Their mom still cook oxtails and collard greens.
Oh, that'll get you big quick. Coach, I want to say thank you for being on the broadcast with us, man. This ain't gonna be the last time we do this. We're gonna do this some more. And Seth, give me your final comments.
Hey, Coach, it's been great having you on. I can't wait to have this Peach State Gridiron Classic once again. I don't know what team I'm going to be on. Hopefully the jerseys are still dope. And, I got to go for a two-peat.
Hey, y'all. America, we love you. Got your struggle. A lot of stuff happening in the world. But football does a lot of good for us all. Coach Whitehead, love you, brother. We're going to hang out some more. We're going to definitely collab a lot. Seth, great job. Continue being a good teammate and leading your team. Most of all, being responsible to your set of skills that God has given you. Take care, America. Until I see y'all next week. I'll be in Portland, y'all. Come hang out.
Back up, yo, ginger like an apple in the same section with Pacific Black 99 under my I can never ever fall. So for the cup, last sticky situation. But if it goes, I'm stone off the soul. I was out and I fell. I just stay with the flow, $50,000 me for sure. I do it again. Confidential when I'm dealing with me. I do it again. I don't want to pick up your face. I do it again.